everyone, thanks for joining me for another class today. This class is kind of focusing on de-stressing and winding down after maybe a long day of work. So I want you to start by closing your eyes. Maybe have your palms down on your knees, sitting down in a crisscross position. Maybe you want to have a pillow or something underneath so that your knees are lower than your hips, okay? So, closing our eyes, I want you to start bringing awareness to your breath. How is your breath in this very moment? You feel like you're breathing rapidly, or is this a slower, deep breath? And then bring one hand to your abdomen and then one hand to your chest. And we're going to do some abdomen breathing to just calm our body down for right now. You should feel only your belly coming in and out as you inhale and exhale. Your chest, the hand that's on your chest shouldn't be moving much, okay? So when we inhale, we feel our belly kind of popping out like a balloon. And then as you exhale, you draw the belly back, your navel all the way towards your back. Really exaggerate that movement. So you inhale, and then you exhale. Again, you should feel your hand that's on your belly moving up and down, whereas your hand that's on your chest should not be moving too much, okay? Really focusing on our belly, breathing right now. Inhale, exhale. One more inhale, exhale. Good. From here, we're going to start incorporating some Ujjayi breathing. So again, pretend that you're fogging up a window or a mirror. So open your mouth, and as you exhale, you hear a sound and that cool air going down your throat. Now this time, do the same thing, but close your mouth, so that you can feel that sound and you can feel that cool air. You can hear that sound and feel that cool air going down your throat. And it kind of sounds like the waves of an ocean. So sometimes we call the Ujjayi breathing ocean breathing. So inhale deeply, and as you exhale, hear that sound, feel that cool air in your throat. As you inhale, lift up your arms up above you and bring your fingers together, interlocking. Now your palms face towards the ceiling. Exhale, draw yourself towards your right side and stay here for 3, 2, 1, and come on back. Inhaling, exhale, come to your left side and stay here for 3, 2, 1, come on back. Good. Bring your arms all the way down, and then as you exhale, kind of coil your body, make an arch on your back, and bring your hands together close to your chest. And then inhale and start expanding your chest, opening it up. So now exhale, coming back in, arching that back, drawing our body in. Inhale, Expand your chest. Look up at the ceiling. Bring your arms back. One more. Exhale. And relax. Good. We'll do a few shoulder rolls. Getting that tension away. And the opposite direction now. Bringing our hands on our knees. We're going to move our hips a little bit. So inhaling towards the back and exhaling, coming in a circular motion. Inhaling. Exhaling. Really exaggerate this movement. Stretch out all of your lower back. And then change direction. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Come back. We're going to bring our hands. We're going to warm up our wrists as well. So kind of in a circular motion. Move your wrists until they come all the way up above your head. And then change direction as you come back down. We want to make sure that each joint of our body is nice and warmed up before we begin our practice. So we'll bring our palms in front of us. And then as we exhale, we bring them down and inhale back up. Exhale back down and inhale back up. One more. Exhale. Inhale. Good. And then last thing, our ankles. So just bring your legs out in front of you and just move your ankles in a circular motion as well. One way, and at the same time move your knees as well. And then the other direction. Good. Coming into a tabletop over here. You want to make sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, your knees underneath your hips. You can imagine there are two fists between your hands and between your knees. We're in neutral tabletop here. As we inhale, we draw our belly down, lift up our tailbones, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, arch our back into a cat. Again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. It's really important to do each pose with an inhalation or exhalation. Inhale. Exhale. And then come back to neutral tabletop. When we inhale this time, we're going to lift up our right leg and our left hand at the same time. Kind of straight out in front and behind us in a nice straight line. And then as we exhale, we draw our knee to our elbow. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, push back, push forward. Exhale, come back. Stay here for 3, 2, 1. Inhale, come back. And then bend that back leg and bring your arm behind to reach it if you can. And you can just stay here, work on your balance for a moment, or you can lift up your leg a little bit higher. I'll work on your balance from here. It's a little more challenging. You want to make sure you're not putting all the weight on your wrists. Sometimes we really hurt our wrists like that. So we want to put pressure on all of our fingers, all of our palm, so that we have every part of our hand down against the floor and not just the pressure of our wrists. That's really going to hurt them. Okay? We'll come back to tabletop. We'll do the same with the other side. So inhale, lift up your left leg, right arm. And then exhale, draw the knee to the elbow and hold. For 3, 2, 1. Inhale, draw back. And exhale, come back forwards and hold. For 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale. And then exhale, bend your left leg. And again, try to come with your right hand to meet it. And you can stay right here, or you can lift it up a little bit to work on your balance a little more. And stay here. Deep breaths. 3, 2, 1. Relax. As we inhale, we lift up our right arm. And then as we exhale, we thread the needle, bringing that right arm right underneath our left. Shoulder down, the ear on the floor. So our right ear on the floor. I'll do it in this direction. Let's see. And then bring your left arm either close to your face, maybe to the corner or to the edge of the corner of your mat, or maybe wrapping around your torso. All right? And you're just gonna stay here for 5 deep breaths. Okay? So inhale, exhale, on your next exhale, bring your left hand close to your face. On your next inhale, lift up your right arm, and then come back to a neutral tabletop. And we'll take it on the other side. Inhale, lifting up your left arm. Exhale, threading the needle. Staying here again, hand variations, whatever you would like. Whatever feels comfortable for your body today. Three more breaths. And release, bringing your right arm close to your face, inhaling, lifting up your left, and coming back to neutral tabletop. From here, we're going to inhale once, tuck in our toes, and then exhale, coming into our first downward dog. Moving our legs a little bit to get them used to being in this position. Here, if you have weak wrists, I suggest using yoga blocks or maybe a thick book that you have lying around. And so when you're doing the downward dog, you can hold on to the yoga block instead of all the way down against the floor. Okay, so you can do this instead. You want to make sure that your spine, that your back is nice and straight, your tailbone is up. If you have to bend your legs, I'd rather you do that, but so that you can keep this angle. Okay, so move around a little bit more. Good. And then stop in a nice still pose. Bringing your head down heavy. Deep inhale and exhale for 5 breaths. Three more. inhale, exhale, look to your hands and slowly walk your way there. Good. And then here we're going to come in a ragdoll position, so holding on to your opposite elbow and just kind of letting your head let loose and heavy. Maybe swaying from side to side. Maybe gently nodding yes and no. And then each time you exhale, maybe you can come lower to the floor, getting your head closer to your toes. And then when you're ready, inhale, exhale, drop down your arms. Maybe you can touch the floor. Maybe you just touch your ankles. Wherever you are, let your head fall deep down, down and heavy. Relax it. On an inhale, start bringing your body up vertebrae by vertebrae. Your head should be the last to lift up. And bringing your arms all the way over your head. And then here, make sure your shoulders are relaxed so that your shoulders are not so close to your ears, but rather back down and relaxed. On an inhale, bend your back just a little bit and bring your arms a little bit backwards. Exhale, come back to mountain pose. Inhale, bend backwards. Exhale, back to mountain pose. One more. You don't have to go very far, so you don't want to hurt your lower back, only where your body permits it. And then exhale, come back. One more deep inhale. Exhale, palms together and down to your chest. Good. From here, we'll bring our right leg is forward and our left leg is back. We want to make sure that our heels are aligned in a nice straight line. And I will do it this way so you can see. Okay. Our front leg is nice and bent in a 90-degree angle. Our arms are going to come up kind of like cactus arms. And our torso is going to move towards the front. We're going to come in our warrior one with cactus arms. Spreading, opening up your chest here. Inhaling. Exhale. Making sure the sole of your back foot is completely on the floor. Good. From here, we come into our warrior two. Bringing our arms straight out in the shape of a T. Our torso now is facing the camera. Maybe you can dig deeper into your pose with your exhale, coming even lower on the floor. And then looking towards your right hand. That's where your gaze should be. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. One more. Inhale. On your exhale, straighten out your front leg. You're going to start reaching forward towards your right side until you exhale and drop down your right arm. And lift up your left arm, and maybe your right arm can come all the way down. Or maybe you need it to be up here to your knee, but don't put any pressure on this leg, right? Your arm is just here to hang out. And then you're gonna keep a nice straight line, opening up those shoulders, and then slowly looking up over your left arm. 2 more deep breaths here. And then slowly coming up in the opposite direction. And just letting your back arm drop. Really lifting up that right arm as if someone is pulling up on you, stretching you out. And then our body will start facing forwards like in Warrior One. And we'll hold on our back to our opposite, we'll hold on to our opposite elbow, okay? And we still have the triangle pose legs, okay? So we inhale once, and then exhale, come down into a pyramid, our head coming close to our right leg, all right? Feeling that stretch in your hamstrings, especially on your right side. One more inhale, exhale, inhale, come up. Good. And now we're just going to come to our left side. So maybe if you were here, you're on your right side here, you'll bring your left leg back up to the front, and then we'll lift up our arms, palms together, coming all the way down, palms to the floor, and our feet come back to a downward dog. We'll stay here for 5 breaths. On your next inhale, bring your left leg forward. Your back leg, again, should be nice and aligned. We'll come into our Warrior One pose with our cactus hands. Again, maybe you want to open your legs up just a little bit more. There's a little more of a wider area here. Keeping our knee at a 90-degree angle. That open cactus arms. Looking in front, maybe our eyes to the ceiling, expanding our chest. Inhale. Exhale. Remember to have the sole of your back foot on the yoga mat. One more inhale. And exhale, coming into a Warrior Two. When coming to our Warrior Two, our back foot automatically moves a little bit so that our toes are facing a little more towards the corner of the yoga mat. Okay? And then here, making sure our hips are squared off to the camera. Coming with our gaze towards our left arm. One more inhale. And exhale, straightening out our front leg, our left leg. And then starting to reach towards the front, towards the left side, until our left arm is down and our right arm is up into our triangle pose. And then when our shoulders are nice and open, we'll look towards our right arm. Always making sure that we have very deep breaths. Okay, so always being aware of our breath through each pose. Actually, the breath is more important than the pose itself. It helps clean the body and it helps you not get injured through these poses. One more inhale and exhale, coming back and reversing it, that reverse triangle. Bringing that left arm up, Right arm down to the back. And then, again, our hips squared off to the front. We'll hold on to our opposite elbows again. And then, as we exhale, lower our head to our left leg in a pyramid. And staying here, feeling that stretch in our left hamstring. One more. And then here we slowly lift up. We'll face forward now, okay? Our legs will just come a little bit closer together. Our heels will come inwards and our toes will come outwards, okay? We're right here. And then bringing our arms in a cactus pose. Inhale, and then exhale, coming down into our goddess pose. Here, our knees, we want to make sure are out rather than in. Okay, we feel a nice stretch over here in our inner thighs. We don't want to stick out our butts, but rather keep a nice neutral spine, nice straight back here. Okay. Maybe keep your hands there just so you make sure that your torso is straight. And then stay here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, coming back up. Good. We'll do one balancing pose. Just do a nice tree pose today. And we'll start by rooting into our right foot, making sure all parts of our right foot are grounded. That means all toes, maybe lifting up your toes, and then placing them one by one on the mat. As we inhale, we lift up and bend our left leg at a 90-degree angle. And then we slowly place it. So your leg can be up here. It can be by your shin or your toes touching the mat. But just remember never to bring it here to your knee, as that will hurt your knee. Once you found your position here, your variation, I want you to bring your palms to your chest and stay here. And now, you can either just stay here and see how many breaths you can do in this pose, or you can join me and bring your arms in cactus and then slowly look towards your right side. Exhale, come back to the middle, and then slowly come to your left side. Exhale, come back to the middle, palms together, and come out of the pose. Good, we'll try that on the other side. So if that's too hard, you can always just stay in the tree pose, okay? Again, here we want to lift up our toes a little bit and then place one by one back down on the mat, okay? So you inhale, start bending your right leg, and then come into your own tree pose, wherever you are today. And maybe on this leg, your balance is a little different. Might be stronger or weaker. But if you're ready, if you want to join me, inhale and come to your left side. Exhale, come back to the middle. Inhale, come to your right side. And exhale, back to the middle. Keep your palms together. And slowly come out of it. Good. From here, we're gonna lift up our arms. And then exhale, palms together, coming all the way down in a forward bend to the front of our mat. Inhale, looking with a flat back, looking forward. Your arms can be on your shins, so your hands on your shins, or on the floor. The important thing is that your back is nice and flat. And then bring your your hands to the mat and slowly make your way into a plank. In a plank, you want to make sure your whole body is activated, your spine is nice and straight. Your tailbone isn't up, and you're not coming back down, right? So we're not in an upward or a downward dog, just in a nice, straight plank. Keeping your core activated here. Staying here for 3 deep breaths. Three. And then here you can do a full chaturanga, or you can bring your knees down and make your way to the floor. You do a full chaturanga. Inhale, come on your toes. Exhale, make your way down to the mat. Good, bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Inhale, coming up into cobra, and make your way into upward dog. And then exhale, coming into downward dog. Staying here for 3 breaths. And then slowly bring your knees to the floor. And then here you can either stay like this, or you can bring your knees to the edges of your yoga mat, and then your big toes touching. And we'll come into a child's pose. In the child's pose, you want to get down low, have your lower part touching your heels, and then your body, maybe your forehead touching the yoga mat, or if that's too hard, you can always use a block. And then you can stretch out your arms. And then keep stretching out your arms a little bit more, a little bit more. Feel that nice stretch in your shoulders, in your arms, in your whole back. Good. Then from here, we'll come back down. We'll put our palms underneath our shoulders. And as we inhale, we come into a cobra. Wherever our body can reach. We don't want to force it, okay? We don't have to keep our arms completely straight if our body doesn't allow it today. You might have to adjust your arms, maybe they go a little further out, whatever you need. Inhale, exhale. And then slowly come back into your child's pose. Inhale, come up into table. Exhale, kind of like like a half chaturanga. Good. Inhale, come into a cobra. And hold. And then make your way back into child's pose. And then maybe rock your body a little bit from side to side. Maybe you want to do a complete child's pose and not extend it, so your arms down, almost touching your feet maybe. And then slowly inhale, coming into hero's pose right here. So hero's pose, you're sitting on your shins. Your feet are just coming out a little bit, all right? If that's very uncomfortable, you can always use a pillow or something and put it underneath. Okay. And then from here, we'll bring our right arm up and then drop it down. Okay. Right arm up and drop it down. And then we'll bring our left arm and we'll hold our right elbow with our left hand. Just do a nice stretch here. You want your spine to be nice and neutral and straight. Not forcing it, but not slouching either. And exhale. You're gonna inhale, lift up your left arm and bend, drop it back. Come with your right hand and hold onto your left elbow. Good. From here, we'll come sitting down and then bring our legs out in front of us and slowly make our way down to the floor. We'll bring up our knees and the soles of your feet are off the mat. And then we'll bring our right foot on top of our left knee, right here at the top. And it's kind of like threading the needle in between this triangle shape that we made. Okay, so we bring our right hand and bring it in that triangle. And then it's going to meet our left hand and hold on to our shin on our left leg. And then as we inhale, we expand. As we exhale, we try to bring it a little bit closer to us. And we're going to feel a nice stretch in our hamstring on our right side. Good. We're going to change directions now. So bringing our left leg, our left kind of like our foot on top of our right knee right here. I'm threading that needle now with our left arm coming in that triangle. And then meeting our right arm. Bringing our hands, our fingers interlocking over our right shin. Or maybe closer to the knee. Or maybe even holding the back of our right hamstring here. Whatever you need. You should feel a nice stretch in your left leg. And release. Bringing both our knees to our right side, bringing our arms in a cactus, and looking towards our left, feeling that stretch in our left side of our back. This is a reclined spinal twist. Inhaling, bringing our knees back to the middle, and exhaling, bringing them to the left as we look to our right. Good. Now here, we'll come in still remain on the yoga mat, but we will come into our shoulder stand, our only inversion of the day. If you need some padding, you can put a pillow so that your shoulders can lie on a pillow. If you're afraid of doing this, you can always just come against the wall and then bring your feet up. Just kind of so you can have like a little mini stand, mini shoulder stand. But if you want to do the shoulder stand, and we're down here, where we have our legs like this. We inhale, and then exhale, trying to lift our legs up. Okay? Maybe holding on to our lower backs with our hands, keeping our legs nice and activated, trying to keep them as straight as possible, and trying to stay 6, 5, don't put pressure on your neck, 4, relax your neck, 3, deep breaths, 2, and 1, and then here, slowly make your way back down, and then lie all the way down. We'll come in our Savasana. So our Savasana is our last pose of the day. It's called the corpse pose. And this is when our body cools down quite a lot. So it's good to have some layers on, maybe your socks, maybe a blanket. And we're just gonna stay here for about 3 minutes. So just lying completely down on the mat. Our feet come to our sides, fall down to our sides. Our palms are facing up. Our whole body is completely relaxed. This is kind of like a little present to ourselves at the end of class. This is when we're able to gather all of the information from all of the poses that we've done and give them to our body. So it's important to stay in this pose for a little while after class. And try not to skip it. And also try not to fall asleep. Sometimes it's very easy for us to fall asleep in this pose. We're going to imagine that we have this beaming light, and it's shining down on our forehead, right in between our eyebrows. And we inhale, and we really tense up our eyebrows once. Exhale, and feel how it's completely relaxed now. Right? And then this light is going to go down to our mouth. And we inhale once, really tightening up our mouth, our lips, our tongue. Inhale, exhale, and just completely relax it. Okay. And now this light is going to go down and it's going to shine on your shoulders where we put a lot of tension. So we shrug as we inhale and just keep our shoulders tight, really, really, really tight. Exhale and let go. And then this light goes down our torso, and we can also feel it on our arms and hands, so we just make very tight fists and we tense up our body as we inhale. Exhale and let it go. This light goes down to our legs and our feet, so we activate our legs for the last time, tense them up. Exhale and let it go. And just stay here and relax for a moment. Be present. Meaning, don't think about anything that's happening outside of this class in this moment. Not what you had to do, not what you will need to do. Just be here with yourself. Slowly start waking your body up, wiggling your toes, wiggling your fingers, moving your wrists, your ankles, and make your way to your right side of your body, like when you sleep in your bed on your right side. And then from there, slowly make your way up into a seated position. Come join me here. We'll close our eyes. Become aware of our breath again. See how it's changed from the beginning of class. Perhaps it's slower and smoother and deeper. And try to remember this breath, this motion, and try to carry it on in our day. Try breathing a little bit slower, relaxing our body. Bringing our palms together to our heart. Bowing down. Namaste.